Lend your ear, open your mind, you're gonna learn a lot about your past and yourself you didn't know before. The past affects your future.
Fam, I have more evidence, solid evidence and proof that the slave trade actually happened from the Americas and back again. David Eltis is a professor, and as you can clearly see, he has lots of books on the topic of the slave trade. And he actually outlines in his books that the slave trade happened from America, not from modern day Africa. David Eltis is also a founding member of slavevoyages.org. He clearly states in this book, The Rise of African Slavery in the Americas, that the Europeans took African slaves to the Americas and enslaved the Amerindians, whom they found there from the beginning. Now, don't be fooled by this. They call all of us Africans, all of us dark-skinned people. But he clearly made a distinction that they were American Indians, Amerindians. And they took them over to modern-day Africa and went over there and brought them back, which it lines up with scripture, where it clearly states that you will return to Egypt again on ships. Egypt again, because we know that America is home to ancient Egypt. All of the people with the Kemetic DNA look like me, and they are in America, not modern day Africa. Those people don't have an ounce of Egyptian DNA. So they named in modern day Africa Egypt. So they went from ancient Egypt over to modern day Egypt, back to Egypt again, ancient Egypt. He even outlines the numbers, and he actually took from government records to actually compile all of his books. Like, these are actual records. Like, his books are among the most factual because he actually has government records in his books. He also outlines how the Africans assisted the Europeans in bringing us to our demise. You see this? The epidemiological disaster that overtook Aboriginal Americans. What happened in much of the Americas was the result of compromises made between Africans and Europeans.
Striking demographic fact about the Americas is that the black population of the U.S. people did not come from Africa. The black population of the U.S. people did not come from Africa. The black population of the U.S. people did not come from Africa. They came as a result of natural population growth. The slave trade to the U.S. was shut down largely in 1807, not completely, but largely. So if you look at the census data for the U.S. in 1870, which is when black people were finally included, you'll find almost no Africans. They were, of course, native African Americans. And that's not something that people have taken on board.
I sure hope you enjoyed this presentation, fam. This is yet proof again that the slave trade was told in reverse. It started in the Americas, and people were sent throughout the earth and dumped in Africa. It's also proof that not all so-called black people are the exact same people. The Africans sold the Hebrews. E1B1B haplogroup belongs to the Africans, and the people that they sold into slavery and they helped the Europeans have E1B1A DNA haplogroup. We're two completely different people. Feel free to donate. True Natives HBA on Cash App.